What is going on, A2B TV? It is your boy, Michael Guthrie, here on the #1 martial arts streaking platform in the world. Today we are going to be talking about and breaking down the Iron Man, the Tony Stark, the lead of the Avengers. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Now, as you can see, we're going to be talking about one trick, but alongside of it, breaking down 3 setups to utilize along the way. Now, the first setup that I want to point out for you to use to learn this, now you might think the punching one is a little bit easier, but I'm actually going to go ahead and use cartwheel to help you guys understand this. So, first drill, let's break out our cartwheels and try to understand how we're going to rotate upward and create that Iron Man little 360 tunnel up to the flip as much as possible. Because the perfect Iron Man would be full spin 360 and then back tuck. Now that would just be insane if we could just do that just so perfectly standing just like that. Now, that's not the case. So we're gonna try and find some secret tips and tricks on our way there. So let's take our cartwheel. We have our spin step, whatever direction, or step behind, however you wanna do your cartwheel. Here we go, cartwheel. The first drill is that as you are coming out of that cartwheel, before your left foot even comes down, your left hand, if you trick the same way I do, is going to come straight up. Your left elbow, straight up. And from there, we're almost actually gonna reach to the direction that we came from and not ever bring my left hand to the left side of my head. I'm gonna try to keep that on the right side of my head, meaning if my head is here, I'm gonna keep my hand on this side and not this side, just in case you're confused. And as I come up out of that, you can drill it a few times like that if you'd like, but the goal is to go here and hit a 360 and land without leaning too much this way. We want to, as much as possible, lean towards the direction that we came from as we're hitting our 360. And then from there, that's where we start to learn that we're gonna flip over our shoulder. Now, it is going to be much easier for you to be able to do this if you can kind of flip a little bit more over your shoulder. So if you're comfortable, it's a little like slant gainer. So anyways, as long as you're comfortable with going over the side, you're gonna have a little bit easier of a time learning this. So get into your spin step, pop out, and work that drill. And then as you get more and more used to it, you can change it from here to here. So there's the next drill. Just start to drill that more and more completely vertical, making different arm shapes, keeping yourself from adding too much momentum, going back, or flipping too early. All right, next drill, moving on from this, is you don't actually have to make the hand position at all. You can even just reach straight out forward. It doesn't really matter, but I want you to go for just a really high cartwheel full, where you try as much as possible to make eye contact with the direction that you're coming from. So if I'm coming from this camera area, I'm gonna go, 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 and then I'm gonna reach and I'm gonna look as much as I can at this camera, but the camera's a little low. Rather, you look up high. This is just an example. So we have our spin step. Up, now, boom. Same thing, I'll do it one more time, coming at you. Just like that. Between drilling both of those concepts quite a few times, you should build yourself up to a pretty comfortable point where you can hit this body position and then go right into your full extremely quickly. Doesn't have to be the stall for the perfect Iron Man. And then back over. That's gonna start to teach you how to half turn, because the cartwheel is a lot less rotation than the touchdown raise and or the round off punch Iron Man, because you're already a whole quarter or more on top of that Iron Man than you would be with the regular punching setups. So give that a go a few times, get adjusted with it, and then you can start to slow it down, really stall it, and maybe even turn yourself to stall here before you flip over. Now, let's move on, talk a little bit more about, now that you're comfortable with it, what you can do with it out of the punching setups. Now, we're just gonna really talk more about touchdown raise, because round off is really all the same. It's just if you don't have a touchdown raise, you can also use round off. So, main focus, talking about touchdown raise, here we go. Now, first things first, as we're getting into this touchdown raise talk, as soon as I hit the ground, the moment that my feet hit this ground right here, this touchdown raise, I pretty much place my chest all the way over to this left position, hit my Iron Man palms, my little jet packs here, as soon as possible to create that shape, and then I'll punch up off the ground. My feet can catch up, I can rotate around and then hit my little over the side tuck, just like that. So with just that little tiny bit of information, that is exactly what you're gonna start drilling and shifting from your cartwheel into, is that using your touch and raise and or your round off, the moment that you punch, turn your upper body before your feet even leave the floor. So you hit your punch, boom, and then your feet can leave, rotating you the rest of the way around. So let's give a look at that. Now, if you're having trouble with the full rotation, just make sure you can at least get to that front position. You can start working on touch and raise, punch Arabian, or touch on our cartwheel front, or anything like that, and having that little stall with your fronts. And then as you get more and more comfortable with it, you'll go here, and then just tuck your right arm into your legs, to make it more of a side flip. So you'll come around, more front flip style, hitting this position. Let's say we're in the air, boom, finishing more side flip. This is just me trying to paint a mental picture for those of you that are really struggling to make that body position happen. These are just other little ways that you can creep your way or trick yourself into learning the Ironman. All right, last thing, as soon as you hit the ground, boom, you're up, you rotate around. Biggest thing, just make sure you grab your legs, people. Tuck your legs. Either way, as long as if you're tucking under, you're tucking over, it doesn't matter. Grab your legs. That is what makes the last and final nice shape to the Ironman, is that it rotates up and then flips over. So, I mean, I'm sure you can come up with some pretty cool variations without the tuck, but while you're learning it and you want to make the official Ironman status, you want to call it the Iron, you want to call it the Tony Stark, you got to make sure you hit it and tuck it. Make sure you ball up a little bit. So, that being said, that is going to close up our Ironman tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You were watching it on AWTV, the #1 martial arts tricking platform in the world, with your boy, Michael Guthrie. Stay tuned for more, because you know I'm bringing it, people. Peace.